Hey peeps. Alright, so I wanted to show y'all how I keep my Magickal Folk, excuse me, my Magickal Folk grimoire cards. So I have these little laminated sheets, and this is actually a miniature binder. Excuse me, that I got on Amazon. And I can leave the link below, and then these came separate. But this is the Pagan Basics card. Has all the information about the ball and stuff like that. And then here's the Eclectic box grimoire card for the month of April. And here's the ritual and everything like that. And then, so I wanted to show y'all, remove this candle. This other candle. So this is just a miniature notebook, as you can, miniature binder, as you can see. It looks big on camera, but, I'll show you next to a regular notebook. If I can get it, hold on. Oh, this is just my some notes on knitting. So as you can see, it's about, so a regular binder would be bigger than this, which is 8.5 by 11. And I only know that because I used to work in paper. Kind of like Dunder Mifflin, but not really. But anyway, so this is about an inch shorter, and it's about the same width. And so anyway, I just want to show y'all some of my cards and how I keep them. So, and then it did come with these dividers, like a regular, like a school notebook, or a school binder, and anyway, so, let's see if I can do this, that it's napping shut. I'm going to get something to anchor this, hold on. Okay, see? Mason jar full of rocks, no, of gemstones. But alright, so this was these are the, what are they called now, alchemy, that come with a stone and an oil. And so so this was the theme is Carpe Diem. And it came with a sunstone and a desert jasper. And then this was Winter Glow. This smelled really good. And it came with a pink calcite and an orange calcite. And so this is all the scent notes. And it was very orange. It was nice. It was kind of like do you remember, I don't know if everyone makes these, but my grandma, we used to take oranges and put cloves into them, dry them out, and then hang them up, and they smelled amazing, and we would keep those around for around Christmas time. And then this was the I Am Ancient. This was Rise. And so, like I said, it's got all that. And then I should kind of put these in order, but I don't think I have these in order. I love this this artwork for some reason on this one. I might email her and see if I can get this artwork just without the you know, without the words on it, because it's so beautiful. And I would hang it up. And then here's my grandma. This is from her, well, she passed away. This is from her funeral. But I didn't have anywhere safe to keep it, so I keep Grandma in here. So I see her every now and then. Hey, Grandma. Anyway, and then these are just the sets with the stones. I think they're called meditation kits now. She changed some of the names on them, but I like having these because how I have my stones set up. Let me get that real quick. Or hopefully you guys can see this and not too much of my fat. But and my desk is just so small. But so I keep these. I write what it is, and yeah, my desk is pretty tiny, but this looks green on camera, but it's really like green and blue. This is chrysocolla. And so what I do is I write, I need to get a label maker, but I write just on a little piece of paper, and I put them in there. And so if I find I want to work with one of these, or some of these, what I do is I go look at the like that snowflake. I love that. It's really cool. So I go look at the cards, and so I go look at and see what the cards say about. Like this has like a meditation with it, and these have you know, like can be used to guide one to resolution regarding manifesting new ideas and opening pathways. And this prayer arrow, I need to go find some sticks, because I really want to do this, because I have, as you can see, I have a bunch of yarn. I have a bunch of different yarn. Anytime I finish, and that's stuff I've finished, but this is actually a blanket I'm working on. And this is all sock yarn. So anytime I finish like a hat or something, I keep pretty much all of my balls of yarn until they're like, I can't use them anymore. But anyway, so this prayer arrow, I want to use some of my yarn for that, because yarn already, to me, is really special. Like, look at all these colors. They're so beautiful and happy, and these are eventually going to get put on the blanket. But and this is a bunch of sock yarn, so see, this is like a tiny little ball. So anytime I finish something, like if it's a hat or booties or, you know, anything, I just, you know, I ball it up or I wind it up, and then I put it in here. And, because you never know when you're going to need that tiny little bit of yarn. I think I used a piece of yarn I tied it around a quartz point, because I couldn't find my, pendulum. So I tied it around a piece of quartz, and I used that as a makeshift pendulum to find my actual pendulum. And so that, you know, anyway, and then I did start getting the tea subscription, because I love tea. I love tea. I'm about to go make me some tea right now, but next month when I get the tea subscription in, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read this whole card, and I'm going to make a cup of tea, and I'm going to have a cup of tea with y'all, and I'm going to tell you what it tastes like. So this is different. This is all the teas that I have, and the tea is in the kitchen. I thought I might have had And this is a different subscription that I used to get that, I wanted to keep the description of the teas in case I wanted to reorder, but I haven't because Candace has some amazing teas. And this section is the subscription boxes that I've gotten. And as you can see, I've gotten quite a few subscription boxes. And I gotta add these. I gotta add these two in there. So I'll do that when I'm done recording. So, anyway. But yeah, I pretty much keep everything. I'm a pack rat. I keep everything because you never know when you're going to want to go over that information. And just in case you don't have the time to read over it, you know. So, the geometry one, I don't know, it didn't, I'm not into geometry, but I did like the journal. A lot of people didn't like the journal. I did like the journal because, you know, I write everything down. I keep notes on tarot readings I do. I keep notes on any kind of, like, a knitting pattern. Like, if I don't have time to download it, I will just literally write it out and then work off a piece of paper, because that's, you know, I learned probably a good, like 15 years ago, and so, this board, I do have this board, and, I don't know what to do with this board. It's really beautiful, as you can see from the picture. It's really beautiful, and, like, you know, like you can see, my desk is, like, really small. And, I mean, I am going to keep it, but I really don't know what to do with it, so. And there's some of my hair way down in there. Oh, goodness. Anyway, Sacred Nature. I don't remember that one, but so I might need to go back over these. The sigils, like the sacred geometry, I'm not really, I'm not good with numbers, and that's just not my thing, but I will try it, though. I used to get Tamed Wild. I don't get that anymore. I used to get, like Maiden Moon or whatever it's called. I don't get that anymore. This was from the Sam Hain one, and I think whenever we move or whenever we get a bigger place, I'm gonna have just a small, like a small end table, and I'm gonna have this as an ancestor, that as an ancestor shrine. And then for the threshold ritual, I'm going to do that whenever we move, since this is not, we don't own this house, but, and that was from the Yule box. And what I do is I keep those, and I actually, let's see if I can show you without, so that's just like different things I have, but that, those are some of my Magickal folk boxes, and I actually wrote Yule and Sam Hain on there, just for some rituals that I might want to continue to do over the years. So, I do keep, I do use all the candles, you know, like you can see, I have, you know, some candles gone right now, but, I do use the candles, and the oils, I use the oils pretty much, whenever I'm meditating or whatever I'm doing a reading or something. So, those are some of, Sage Goddess oils that I have up there, but all the ones that come from Candace are in a roller ball. So, I actually have a little, a lipstick organizer. I keep those in. Hopefully one day I'll be able to have, a more dedicated space that's better organized, like these are my herbs right here. So, yeah, anyway. Alright, so I've talked long enough, but anyway. So, blessed be everyone. Bye.